Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel Hisame Artwork. Everything seems to be working. Sound seems to be live as well, so should be okay. So today I'm going to color a self-portrait for the 10 style challenge. Now what the 10 style challenge is, it's a art challenge where artists have to do self-portraits in the style of another artist. Sorry, drink some tea. The air is very dry here in Michigan, and I have to constantly drink liquids so I can keep talking for 2 hours at each live stream. So let me give you the sorry, link to the group, so you can find it on my Facebook artist page, and you can click here on the group. What's going on with me? And you can find here what the other artists did. Some of them already finished all of the 10 styles. I still have 6 more to do. So this was Helenor's, and this was Adrian's, and they did such an amazing job at replicating the other artist styles. So I thought it was really neat what they were able to do. And it's just a fun event. The widespread internet version was with Dragon Ball Z and Sailor Moon and all of the popular TV series from the 80s, 90s, something like that. And we decided for our art group that we do with our own artists' styles. Especially since some of them have like really recognizable and quirky styles, so they do stand out, and usually when you see it in your news feed, you like immediately know, oh, that's Maria's, that's Adrian's style, that's Fabio's. So they don't have the classical anime or cartoonish style. They have something like this has more bizarre shape or something like that. So now I'm doing a illustration in Yuko style. Hi Caesar, how are you? Can you hear me okay? I have to log in, really? Huh. Well, I have to, I think, reopen the page, so let's see. Yeah, the audio is fine. Good. Picarto. Let's see. I am logged in. Now I should be able to type something, blah blah. Yep, now it works. Good. So I'm doing the 10 style challenge. I don't know if you remember it, Caesar. I don't know if you have Facebook, but if you have Facebook, like, you can check out the group. I'm working on the portrait in Yucatan style. And so this one here, and the characters dressed in a traditional sorry. I'm very sorry about that. The air is very dry here in Michigan, and I have to keep drinking water. Sorry about that. So Yukatan's character is dressed in traditional clothing, so I thought I'd dress my portrait in traditional clothing. And it's a bit complicated because I'm 1/4 Tatar, 1/4 Turkish, and 1/4 Moldavian, so I'm kind of making a hodgepodge of all of the free clothing styles, and yeah, it's gonna be a weird dress. Yeah, I mean, initially I was thinking of dressing in that, like usually you see in Hollywood movies that Middle Eastern females are dressed in like that belly dancing outfit, like you saw in Jasmine, the princess from Aladdin. And that's not really culturally accurate one bit. I mean, I think only in brothels or something like that did the women dress like that. Like, usually they had some pretty gnarly outfits. I wouldn't consider them aesthetically aesthetically pleasing one bit. Like, let's see here. Traditional Turkish women clothing. So it's kind of more of like this thing, or like these things. Now these are modern Malaysian outfits, like as you can see. I don't know if they're Turkish really. I mean, you have some Turkish people in China, and you have some Arab looking people in China, and they're both Muslims. But like, this is the traditional female garb, and they look like they're just wrapped in carpets and drapes. Like, I don't find this pretty at all. Oh yeah, this is also very traditional. Like, when we went in Turkey, like, all of the women, the elderly women, were dressed in stuff like this. And I don't know, they look like they're dressed in tablecloth. Definitely our modern aesthetic standards are more closer to something like this. So I personally find this more appealing than whatever this is. Like, my grandmother used to have couches with prints like this. Like, she never dressed like this, she dressed Western. But she had furniture with tapestry like this. So, the styles have changed, tastes have changed. So I'm gonna see if I can like do something that fits both. The hat. So there are some, you see, like they have this little hat thing on it. And it's supposed to have like a voile, shawl, or like they have their part of their head hidden. Oh, there it is. And there's something like this, and that is traditional, and it's okay for the hair and the neck to be seen, because Turks have never been that anally retentive in regards to women's necks. Like, this is more of an Arab thing, and Turks and Arabs are not the same thing, so Arabs feel the need to cover their necks, and as far as I can tell, while Turks don't care that much, like the neck can be shown, like in Romania. Like, I would say the Turkish outfits resemble Romanians more than Arab outfits. So you can see here the neck is visible, hair is visible. See, you can like see it in there. I had a picture yesterday, let me see, don't remember where it was. Traditional clothing. Remove women, maybe I'll find it again. Yeah, so you can see the hair is visible, as in here as well. You can see hair and it's wavy, curly. Here as well, hair is visible. So like, they're not gonna have a heart attack if they see a woman's hair. Whilst Arabs will traditionally would throw stones at you if that happened. Now, of course, the Ottoman Empire was really big, so like you had all kinds of people, more crazy, less crazy. But generally in that area with Greek influence, hair was allowed to be seen. And it wasn't the end of the world if you saw a bit of hair and a bit of neck. Or the ankles, like if you saw the ankles, it was okay. And like also in Italy and in Greece, I don't think the sun was that harsh that you would need to hide every little bit of skin. Like definitely in the Saharan desert, like it would be a bad idea to show any skin. You just get fried to a crisp immediately if you didn't have that black dark skin to protect you. People in Algeria, the what are they called? It? Traditional indigenous tribes of Algeria that aren't black, that are of I don't know if they're Middle Eastern descent, maybe, I don't know, but they're really white. I don't remember, they're called Berber or Tuareg, I don't remember which is which. Like Tuareg, I think they are in the Middle East, and Berbers are in Africa. So like for Berbers, you can get like lighter skin colors that are like light versions of Arabs, as far as I can tell, and they're in Algeria. And Tuareg, I think they are in the Middle East. No, they're also in Africa? Okay, I don't remember which is which. But they're like lighter than the usual Arab, and they also are much more covered. Like, they're the ones that wrap themselves like a sarma, like a pancake, like a crepe, you know, they like a burrito. as to not show any skin, and I think that's reasonable considering they're so white. Like, if they didn't cover themselves that much, they will like fry. But nowadays, like, you have buildings everywhere, you have air conditioning everywhere, so I've met Algerian women that were scientists, and they walked around without their head covered, and um, did usual normal Western stuff. I think descendants of them were from these ethnic minorities that are kind of pale and needed to be covered, but today, like, that's not an issue anymore. You can just walk around, and they have a lot of protection. You have sunscreen now, you have a lot of things that you didn't have 1,000 years ago. Need to move this line art a bit. Should have done this as a vector layer, but now it's too late. If I change it, it's gonna look crappy. Now, for some reason, my eyebrows are always much darker than my hair, and I've had many times I was going to get a haircut, and the lady there would ask me, "Oh, you did such a lovely hair color. You dyed it a very beautiful hair color. Why didn't you do your eyebrows as well? You should have done your eyebrows too. Now it looks weird, like people can tell you dyed your hair." And I will always have to say, sorry to disappoint you, this is my real hair color. And then they would be shocked and be like, "Oh wow, you have such a pretty hair color." Hi Anna, how are you? How's it going? Can you hear me okay? Actually, I think I can do these on separate layers. It would be better, easier for me. Can you hear? Oh, okay, you can hear me. No, this is not in my style. This is in Yuko Tan style. So Yuko here, and I'm trying to do, because her character is in traditional garb, I thought I'd do it in my traditional clothing. Now the tricky part is that I'm like a quarter Tatar, a quarter Turkish, and half Moldavian, so I gotta do a hodgepodge of all of these, and I'm kind of looking at traditional women's clothing, and like this looks reasonable and not too ugly. I mean, I don't know what the hell this is supposed to be. It looks like a clown, and not sure if this is that traditional, and whatever this is. Look at what they have on their heads. Oh my god, and this is like traditional women, and look at it, they look so fat and horrible. Like, this is traditional female garb, but I don't want to dress in this. I don't want to. So I'm kind of going more towards this style and this thing, and I mean, at least the models are young and pretty. You're half Italian, half Dominican. The clothes mix would be ugly. Yeah, it will look so weird for you, but I mean, that would be funny. I would like to see that. How would it look for you? Like, let me check. Unique clothing. Like, I don't know, cause like Dominican is a mixture of African and Spanish and stuff like that. And I mean, this is okay. This looks okay. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. They look like bananas. Let's see. Traditional Italian clothing. But the Africans that were brought to the Dominic Islands, where were they brought from? Like, which part of Africa? Let me see. West African, usually that's where they got the slaves. West African clothing. Oh, so it'd be kind of something like this, I guess. Or this. Only sort of hairpin. Oh, I would love to see you in this. This is so Lady Gaga-ish. You think they used the natives like they were Polynesians or something? No, 'cause on the other side it's called Polynesia. I don't know, I thought the Dominic Islands, they brought in African slaves. Because the natives kind of went extinct because of what the disease is. Like, I know the Taino went completely extinct and they were like 2 islands away. Miss World Dress Dominique. Miss World Dress, let me see. This isn't so bad. Miss Mundo Puerto. Oh no, it's Mundo Puerto. Okay. This? Like, this looks okay. It's not that shocking. Oh my god. Fashion is so weird. Like, this looks fine. I don't know which of the pictures you wanted to show me. Dominican Republic, okay. Makes sense. Dominican Republic. I wish I looked like that. Not anymore, I'm fat. Yeah, this looks normal, it's not that bad. Virgin Mary. Like, isn't that a bit blasphemous? I know they usually are more religious in the Spanish world, Spanish speaking world. Gotta do my eyebrows again. Like, I don't know where I was going with this expression. I'm either falling asleep or something, I don't know. Believe. A bit, yes, but that girl was from Dominican City, known for its church and pilgrimages. Like, yay, way to go to capitalize on that. Good for you. Let's see how the background is for Yuko. Though I think it should be like yellow and it's red up, because that's kind of a flag of something. Like, I don't know, do the Tatars even have a flag? Let's see. Korean Tatar flag. Okay, they apparently do have a flag. But why does it have the church thingy on it? It's not supposed to be Christian. They're Muslim as far as I know. But I guess it's a hodgepodge, and they've become a minority there as well. So it's kind of a lighter blue then. And I'm gonna make kind of a mix of the flags. and then it goes to kind of a bit of a darker red. Communist Libra? I don't know what a Libra is. Like Libra, the zodiac sign, or what? Like, I don't know if they changed the flag now. Could be. Like, Mongols didn't practice heraldry, so I don't think they would even have a flag traditionally, but they have integrated into the local population a long time ago, so they needed a flag to identify themselves, maybe, if they've needed to do that. Plus, they're kind of all over the place because the Mongols were all over the place. So. As far as I can tell, Tatars are descendants of the Golden Horde. So, they're like the western part of the Mongol Empire. Where was the brush thing? There we go. Oops, wrong color. But I want it to be more evident of a paint mark, but I think I need another blend brush. And uneven, maybe this one's it. No. It's not leaving the marks I was hoping for. Like, I don't have that brush anymore. Where was it? Was it oil? Yeah, something like this more. And I kind of did a mix of all of the free flags, sort of. has a bit of a yellow thing. So I'm gonna, well, let's see how it looks. So it's an M, kind of. And the Turkish flag should be the same. Unless Erdogan changed it. I think I'll do it on another layer just so I can move it around. Kind of overlapping in a weird way. I'll figure something out. So I gotta do something on the hat. Let me see. Where was it? So kind of a floral thing. Although I saw something on the Tatar head. Tatar flag. Was a little girl. So she had something on. So it's kind of like two lily flowers thingies. While here is one. Oh, okay, I can do like hodgepodge of it. So let's see. So it's something like that, and Don't worry, Caesar. Like, I noticed you like often disappear. I think you told me before you have like the crappiest internet in all of Romania, which is kind of strange because the internet in Romania is very good. Like, I miss it deeply. It's the only thing I really miss about back home. That and the mountains. Like, there are no mountains in Michigan or the neighboring states. Like, I have to go 800 miles to reach some hills that the people of Virginia consider mountains. I think the mountains in Virginia are like 1,000 meters. Maybe they're taller. Virginia mountain height. Maybe they're taller. I don't remember exactly. Let's see. Let's see. Do we have a height here? Am I gonna see a number? Not really. List of mountains in Virginia. Didn't I write height correctly? Altitude, maybe I should write. Altitude. 5,000 feet. What is that? It's like a mile and a kilometer and a half. Feet, 2 kilometers. It's like a kilometer and a half. Like, I wouldn't call that a mountain. For me, a mountain is at least 2 kilometers high. Like, I don't think you even have alpine weather in 1.5 kilometers. Yeah, Romania has a lot of variety. Too bad it's not very well maintained. Like, the Black Sea in Romania is horrible. I never liked it. With every occasion I went to Turkey. The Mediterranean is just so much more beautiful than the Black Sea. Okay, so hodgepodge done. Oops, maybe I should have done for the sleeves. Like, I have to do something for the neckline here. Something like that. I don't know if I should do these things. I don't know how they're called in English. Chukure. Chukur. Tassels. Okay, tassels. They're called tassels. another flower there. Should I? It seems a bit much. Okay, and now on top of that, I don't know what's called. Just called it a veil, even though it doesn't cover the face. Okay. I'll just erase the extra. Maybe I should put a chicken for the Romanian flag. I think that would be more accurate. Because I put the star and the moon and the thingy, and I should like put a chicken. Oops, I didn't erase properly. Oops. It seems to start from which side is it that thing caught? I guess it's more from the back. And then it goes, where does it go? It goes over the body. I've never worn something like this. I've never seen, I think, anybody wear something like this in real person, in real life. So I really don't know what I'm doing here. Of the Don Cossacks, cool coincidence. I don't know who those are. Like Cossacks, Kazakh. Don Cossacks. Along the middle and lower Don. Oh, it looks like the Romanian flag. Interesting. It's just on different line. It's horizontal instead of vertical. Donbass region. Ah, that's too far away. Although I wouldn't be surprised if I had relatives from that region. Like super long relatives. From a really long time ago, like hundreds of years. Like, I got a pretty much every ethnicity around here in my family. Even if they're not on my bloodline, they're like through alliance, through marriage. Like, I got Jews and Germans and Hungarians and pretty much everything. What else? I have to put makeup on my face. I don't wanna. I'm very bad at it. In real life and in illustrations. So let's see how this is going to go. I'm a girl, I have to put on makeup. It's expected of me. Look at those schmexy lips. And I don't know, my face just looks like I'm tired or indifferent or whatever. I'm dreamy. I can call it a patriotic gaze. Oh. Let's see, where's the blending option? No, I don't want fill. I want the okay. You look like who put me in this outfit? 10 style challenge, Dad. Isn't it? Oops, wrong layer. As usual, I always do it on things on the wrong layer. Oh my god. I look funny. I do. I hope you're having fun too, looking at this train wreck. I'm so pretty. Okay, let's see. How did Yukotan did the blending? Seems like still like the rough brush thing, so I'm going to do that again. No, I'm putting eyeshadow. Be patient. I will. Kind of trying to decide from which direction, like, should the shading come from. I'm trying to kind of remember makeup classes things. I don't know what I'm doing. Like where the shading should be exactly. Like something like that, and then I have to use like a lighter version. Oh my freaking god. Okay. Like I usually go the more natural route of makeuping thingy. Um like I don't try to do the whole foundation. I don't know where the light is coming from. I'm stressed. uh I think it's coming from this direction, but then the shadowing should be like this side, then not that one. And I'm supposed to put like wider lighter under the eyes. I'm so bad at this. And then blend, I think, was the secret. Oh, it's a nightmare. Ah, couple mil. Quality content. Hi Yukotan, how are you? It was all non-stop blending while I colored that. Yeah, I'm kind of trying to figure out how you did your uh, illustration. So I'm kind of trying to do some guesswork here as to what I can do. Now the thing is that I have like really sharp cheekbones, like you can cut stone on my cheekbones. And your characters have very soft features, so I was like, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna do this? So glad you can make it to the live stream. Do you stream live? I see you have a Picarto account. Like I completely forgot you had one, but I don't think I ever got a notification from you. Or maybe no, I did come to one of your live streams. It was a while back ago. Do you still do live streams? Like it's hard to follow anybody on Facebook. Like Facebook is such a nightmare to follow anybody. Equal, can you hear me? Maybe she didn't hear me. As if drawing noses wasn't hard enough. I'm also going for a more blendy look. Thanks, yeah, I will go back to live streaming like this week or maybe next one. Oh, awesome. Please tag me when you do so that I don't miss it. And as long as it's not too early in Italy, I can like make the live stream. Cause I'm like 7 hours ahead of you guys. No, 6 hours, sorry. 7 hours ahead of Romania and 6 hours ahead of Italy. Horror, horror. Ah, I don't like it. It's horrible. I suck at makeup in every aspect. I don't know why I even try. I think I'm doing it too high, like maybe I need to do it lower. I'm not sure where my cheek things are. Sure, can I make in a mirror? Maybe I did them too big. Yeah, I think it needs to be smaller. I can't look at it, it's like... I also like using an airbrush a couple of times to add some other color like deep purple or whatever I need to be at the moment. Maybe I'll show next time I live stream. Yeah. I'd love to see that. Okay, let's try the hair. That should be like easier. You have learning how to put foundation on her drawing. Yeah, I'm trying. I have to draw Yuko one too. Yeah, good luck with that. Okay, now it's up to the red part. In Dominican dress. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Let's see what you can come up with. Hi Spino, how are you doing? How's it going? I can't stop laughing. Feeling great. Okay, you can hear me. Good. This horrible mess of an illustration is my version of the self-portrait in Yucatan style, and I'm kind of trying to make it look half decent. And good for you. I'm glad you're feeling great. Got a shiny boob there. And now the sleeves. the veil. Yeah, I think something like that. Do you know what I'm doing here, Spino? I don't know if you saw the post. So I'm doing the 10 style challenge. Where's the thing? There we go. So the 10 style challenge event is to do self-portraits in the style of another artist, and today I'm doing Yukotan, and you can find her, you can see her here in the Picarto chat, and also you can find links to her art page on Facebook in our Facebook group, and I think she's on Instagram and maybe Twitter, I don't know. So Yukotan's character was dressed in traditional clothing because her character is Scottish or Irish or something like that. And so I decided, you know, how about I do it in my ancestors' traditional clothing. So I kind of had to do something like, oh, I have to put the tassels on as well. There it is. So Turkish and Romanian and Tatar. Cause I'm like, and when I grew up, when I was like a small kid, I had like 3 languages spoken in my household. And like even to this day I kind of confuse some words, especially between Tatar and Turkish because they're like similar languages, and I kind of forgot most of any Turkish and Tatar that I knew, because aside from my grandparents and the occasional visits to Turkey, I like didn't have anybody to talk to in those languages. So my grandparents died and Turkey has gone crazy, so I haven't been to Turkey in a long while. And so that's how it went. I kind of forgot all of it. Like if I watch a soap opera in Turkish, like I can still understand what's going on, but still it's kind of annoying. I can still, you know, ask, where's the toilet? I'm hungry, thank you, please, goodbye, but everything else kind of went away. Oh, they passed away a long time ago, so it's been a long time. So I got a mishmash of free flags here. And I think I should do, like if I did for the Tata and the Turkish, like I should do the Romanian chicken that's on the flag as well. Actually, it's kind of an eagle thing, but chickens are tastier. So I'm gonna do only the middle part. I'm not gonna do all of the small thingies. But it's kind of stupid because it's yellow on yellow. How do I do that? Okay, so I gotta do a blue thingy and then chicken. Okay. Yeah, no, it's not actually a chicken. It's the same bird that's on the Romans had on their flag, like the Roman eagle. But it's not like the American eagle. It's Agvilo, which I kind of don't remember exactly. It's like I think it's more related to the falcon than the eagle, or maybe it's a subspecies of eagle. Don't remember. Okay, so it goes round. Um, and then it has the tail. For some reason it has red paws, red talons. Okay, it's not understandable what it is. I'm gonna do the... And then there's a cow there, which is the Moldavian cow. And okay, then the other things, some bridge. I guess the 5 regions in Romania, like the 5 major regions. Yeah, something like that. I'm not gonna bother too much. What else did I need to do? I did my face makeup, did the shading, did the flags. Ah, the tassels. Okay, gotta do the tassels. Okay, that's what you meant by chicken. Honestly, I really love chicken meat. I don't lie, I like hawk meat. I don't think I ever ate hawk meat, and I don't think I would like to. Since it's a bird that flies a lot, it's probably gonna be a lot chewier than a mountain chicken or a wild dove. Although the gugushtuk was really tasty, like gugushtuk is really tasty. I think it's called rock dove in English, in Romanian it's called gugushtuk. And it's tasty, really, really tasty. Don't think I'll do the gold coins. It looks kind of too gypsy. And I don't know if it's that traditional in Turkish garb. Or maybe it is. Like I have no idea. And it's really hard to tell in just photographs off the internet. They can be misleading. Where was that reference again? Oh, here, there we go. I'm a food lover. Yes, that's how I got fat. That's usually how you get fat. You like food a lot. Maybe too much. There's the occasional person with glandular problems, but it's not me. I'm not sick. I'm just fat because I eat too much and I don't do enough sports. But I don't know where I should hang this thing. Like, does it come from underneath the hat somehow? Like here in the US, it's really hard to do any sports because they're like only highways every which way, and you can't go with your bike for a ride. You have to go like on special bike trails if you don't want to get run over by a car. It depends who makes the chicken nuggets. Uh, like McDonald's and KFC is horrible here in the US. KFC in Bucharest was like really good. I enjoyed it and I ate many times from it. But here in Michigan anyway, like I don't know how it is in other places, but here in Michigan it's horrible. Like the food in the US is horrible overall. Maybe it's better down south where the Spanish and the French conquered, but here is horrible. No, because they're like really low budget here in the US. Um, and there are actually other fast food restaurants that are a lot better looking and with better food here. Like there's what's it called? Racers or something, and IHOP, and I mean it's general weirdness in the American food with the pancakes are salty and sweet. Sausages are sweet because they, instead of using other preserves, they like use molasses, and the food is just horrible. And also I'm kind of in a bit of an isolated area, like I'm not in a capital or somewhere. Like I'm sure there's some places in Romania where civilization hasn't reached much, so the food is kind of basic. I do get avocados and a lot of interesting foreign food here. Like the sweet potatoes are really cheap. Avocados are cheap compared to Romania when you relate it to the salary. Like they themselves are not cheap by Romanian income standards, but the salaries in the US are much bigger, so then they're not that expensive by comparison. I want to taste all fast food visited by the protagonist of Man vs. Food. I would recommend that you definitely avoid Michigan, like you're not gonna lose anything. Michigan was colonized by British, German, and Scandinavian peoples, so the food hasn't evolved since, like it stayed at that horrible level. Like I don't know, maybe now in UK and in Norway you can find good food, but like here, um, it's a struggle. Aside from steaks, which they do them good, and French fries, which are good, there's like not much else. Like they have their weird gumbos and chili bean dogs and other um how do you call them, stews, but they're not good. Like in Romania you have a lot of stews, we call them tocăniță, and they're good. We have sarmale, and they're good. I mean there are variations between region and region, but Like for me, it's always much more easier to find good food in Europe than it's been here in the US. Yeah. I mean, I can find duck much more easier here in the US than I could in other cities in Romania. Like in Bucharest, you can find everything, so it's easy. Like I could find duck and rabbit and stuff like that in Bucharest, and I could buy like smaller pieces. Here, I can only buy like one big frozen duck, and like we have to struggle to eat it and finish it, and it's not as fun. Like back home, I would have like a little piece of duck, like a leg or something like that. It's pretty fatty meat, so it's kind of difficult to digest. Especially since I have like a sensitive liver and my husband had his gallbladder taken out, so he can't really eat fatty stuff either. We have to kind of be careful. Like I did mushroom creme soup once, and like neither one of us felt good after that. Like it tasted really well to my credit, but it was just like too heavy for our poor little livers, and like my liver hurt. I was in pain, and I was thinking, why did I have to eat so much? Like I knew I shouldn't have ate that much, but it tasted good, and I was missing some soups in my life because they don't do soup here. They like only do chowders, which are like really horrible. Clam chowder and broccoli chowder is bad. Do a vlog about food. Um, and just my picture talking. You need to show people the food, otherwise there's like no interest, and there's some places I do not want to go back to for the food. And I think I'm pretty much done with the portrait. Like I don't know what else I can do to it at this point to make it look good. And in a way it's my fault. But I try to make myself look prettier than I actually look. I have a very long face, but I was kind of trying keeping with Yukotan's style, so gave myself a round face. Why do you want me to suffer, Anna? Why don't you eat those things? Like, I don't want to eat them again. Anna is evil. Okay, what else do I need to put on this? I can put like a little bongo. Like surprisingly, a lot of people in Turkey knew how to use these things, and you can find them for sale pretty much at every tourist hub. And like places where we stayed overnight and camping grounds, like often the owner would do like a campfire or something fun for the people and sing and beat the drum or something like that. Like Turkish people know how to put on a show for tourists. Like they're very tourist savvy, and they're very guilt trippy during every live. Yeah, it was fun, and like I said, Turkish people are very tourist savvy, and they know how to guilt trip you. Like they will treat you like a queen or a prince and like give you cookies and tea and tell you you're the most amazing person in the world, and then you feel bad if you don't buy something from them. Like they're super sneaky about that. But I still enjoy like going shopping, but I am careful, like, you know, if it's a jewelry shop, I'm like not gonna go in there because I know I'm not gonna buy anything, so I don't want to waste that person's time. Because they will put a lot of effort into trying to convince you to buy. And like my mom really likes to go window shopping, and she would do that back home, and when she tried to do that in Turkey, she kind of left with gold jewelry that she didn't really need it, and my dad was like, why did you spend the money on it? But fortunately at the time, the gold price in Turkey was really good, so he didn't send her back with the jewelry. He was like, okay, we'll consider this an investment in the future. And like one time he got some pearls for her from Turkey that were really ugly, but the price was very good for those pearls. And I was like, for you because I love you. And she was like, they're ugly. And he was like, consider it an investment. I have airplanes again. So yeah. And in Turkey, they will like learn a bazillion languages. Um, and they kind of try and guess what ethnicity you are. So, like, if you admit you're Romanian, they're like, "Oh, Romania, my friend, Romania. Oh, yeah, 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 I know Romania. Come by, my delicious olives." And they will say stuff to you in Romania like, "Am măsline delicioase," of course, with the horrible accent because they don't really know how to speak the languages. They just know like a couple of words. Yeah, no train today. Airplanes. And they like learn Serbian and Bulgarian and Slovakian. I don't sure how it's called, the language. And they'll try and convince you to buy from them. And if you tell them you don't need it, it doesn't matter. Still, you're gonna buy. Which I really like. Like in Greece, if you want to go and buy something, like the shopkeepers are gonna look ugly at you, like be angry at you all the time. It's as if they don't want to actually sell anything, like they're just sitting there waiting for the world to end. And in Romania as well, like the shopkeepers are always angry at you for no reason. They're just like angry with their lives. I don't know how it is now in Turkey, but like back then when I went, they were like always really happy to see you. And Jordanians are kind of the same. I mean, I have a Jordanian shopkeeper here in a couple of tens of 50 or 60 kilometers. I don't know. It's like an hour's drive by car on the highway. And he's from Jordan and is just like one of the most nicest shopkeepers you can ever hope to find. And we have a Jordanian friend, and also he's like super welcoming and like a really good host. He's like that stereotypical Middle Eastern hospitality that a lot of people praise themselves having, but I haven't always seen it. It's true that I didn't visit the Middle East as much as my parents did. Like, Turkey is as far as I've went, and it's kind of not really Middle East. But I've been to Egypt and Syria and Jordania and all of those countries before everything went to disaster. So it was relative peace at the time when they went in the 90s. Okay, so I think I'm done with this illustration. Like, I don't think there's anything else that I can add to it. Like, my eyebrows are crooked, I'm looking now. And I'm not thrilled with the result, but it's a fun mishmash that turned out here. So I'm gonna go and export this. So thank you for watching, and see you next week, I guess. I'm streaming live as usual between 3 and 5 p.m. Michigan, USA time on Picarto, YouTube, and Twitch. Thanks for watching. And next time I will continue with the pages from my comic book, Neil Steinman's Time Traveling Adventures. Bye bye!